And go.
What's up, fight fans? Welcome to your edition of Split Decision MMA, your semi-weekly MMA podcast brought to you.
I don't know. I think Gavin Newsom's going to shut us down, bro.
I don't know, man. As long as you stay there and I stay here, I think we're okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Do we have to wear a mask?
I'm in the studio here at SinCal Studios, all locked in by myself. I came in wearing my mask. I'm now in a studio by myself, locked in. They can't come in.
And I'm at the Holiday Inn Express.
You're at the Holiday Inn Express because your wife kicked you out because you snore.
Yeah.
And we're here to bring you all the MMA news from around the world. As always, make sure you go to mymmanews.com to get your stories every single minute, 365 days of the year. Otherwise, you can always check us out and giving you all the recaps and the big stories once a week here from Split Decision. We are sponsored by healthlabs.com. Healthlabs.com bringing you, prior to the shutdown, bringing you MMA testing, MMA blood work. You can go to any one of their accredited labs, get your blood work done, and be able to go and fight. However, now they are also offering COVID-19 antibody testing. Remember, this is not a test to find out if you have COVID-19. This is a test to find out if you have come in contact with somebody and you may have already had the antibodies built up in your system.
I'm sure if there's, and I'm going out on a limb here, if there's anything you want to get tested for, I'm pretty sure Health Labs could connect you.
Health Labs got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, I really like their website, man. I was scrolling through a bunch of their stuff. It looks really, really good. So make sure you go to healthlabs.com, use the keyword MyMMAnews to get yourself a discount. Healthlabs.com. Let's break into the stories. I don't know if you know this, but the UFC, their demographic for ages has slightly changed. It used to be men 18 to 34, and that was their big push. I mean, about 10 years ago, that was it. We focus on 18 to 34 guys.
18 to 34, 10 years ago.
10 years ago. Now,
10 years later,
the average age.
Is it 28 to 44 now?
The average age is 49 years old for guys watching the UFC.
The average age?
Average age is 49. So, to get these guys hyped up, to find something to keep them excited, the UFC is still going to be releasing UFC action figures. And in fact, they have just released the pictures of these action figures. They have teamed up with the company called Jazzwares. And that's with one Z, Jazwares. Jazzwares is going to be offering a new line of collectible figures to allow fans, both kids and collectors, to engage and replicate the biggest UFC super fight showdowns on the planet. They are saying that their toys, their action figures, their collectibles are going to be the most detailed, realistic, sophisticated representations of UFC athletes ever made.
Do they sell a little ring you could fight them in?
Apparently they're going to, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right now, though, they've released pictures of Donald Cowboy Cerrone, Khabib Nurmagomedov, John Jones, Conor McGregor, Daniel Cormier, and Max Holloway. And I will tell you right now, these toys don't look that great. I don't know if you remember Jack Specific back in the day used to do it. Round 5 used to do it. There's a bunch of guys that used to do it. But for whatever reason, they decided that Jazzwares was going to get the contract here, and they've actually put it together.
You know who's looked good? And it's because they put so much into it. Is the MMA bobblehead guy?
Yeah, but they make sense because it's supposed to be a bobblehead. Like they're they look good. Even Plasticell,
he puts a lot into it.
Plasticell did a couple for Joe Rogan. He's got some great figures that are out there. He's on Instagram. Check him out. But yeah, so the Max Holloway figure that I saw, bro, he looks like a mini Brock Lesnar. I'm gonna see if I can bring this up on my phone just to put it up on the screen because you have to see what I'm talking about. I should have done this before the show, but I'm sorry. Let's see, action figure. We're going to bring this up here. There he is. Let's click that picture. Let's make that a big picture. We're going to do this live. I know it's great podcasting where you get to hear me scrolling on my phone and trying to find stuff.
Pixels is worried about the fighters not getting any money for their funny-looking dolls.
Okay, well, let's look up right here. Let's see if you can see this. This is supposed to be Max Holloway.
Awesome. They're like He-Man dolls.
And then you got Daniel Cormier standing next to him.
That is not Daniel Cormier.
That is Daniel Cormier standing next to Max Holloway.
He looks like, I don't even know what he looks like. He doesn't look like Daniel Cormier.
Also, all figures will come with an extra set of hands and heads, so that you could swap them out. Many of them have flag accessories for what
Does
state,
Cormier
country.
come with cake and chicken?
No, unfortunately, I looked. He does not come with cake and chicken.
Wow.
He comes with an American flag and a belt.
That's enough. That's enough.
Also, I've been told that they were going to be releasing plushies, an octagon playset, more the little plastic belts like we have up here in the corner, stuff like that. So I guess
stuff like that.
We'll get more stuff for the studio. I mean, whenever we're allowed to come back, so I can play by myself again. Moving up from
you're slowly creeping into the new demographic. So
right, I'm slowly getting there.
Yeah,
getting there. Not as quick as you, but I'm getting there.
I know. Oh, whoa.
All right. Fighter Raulian Paiva, his coach has contracted COVID-19 and will not be accompanying him to Fight Island July 11th, UFC 251. I'm sure at some point he will also pull out of the fight because he's going to get it, but we don't know for sure. But they're just letting you know his coach will not be with him. He has contracted COVID-19.
Is there going to be enough time for it to actually show up on the rest of the team?
I don't know.
Maybe he's the last one to get it.
Maybe they've already got it through.
Yeah,
already gone through. Moving on from there, we have Arianny Celeste making an announcement on her Instagram. She was in a topless photo on her Instagram, which is not really anything new. If you follow her Instagram, she does post topless photos. But now, mind you, they are tastefully done, where she covers the nipples like this,
right?
And looks off into the distance usually, or looks down. This time she's looking down and then holding her belly because she is pregnant.
So she tested positive
for a baby. And she said, "Dear baby, I've been waiting for this moment my entire life. I promise to teach you about the beauty of the world and to love with no restrictions or division. In turn, you have already taught me so much about kindness, empathy, and faith. Through all this chaos, you have helped me remain strong and grounded. I love you so much. I cannot wait to meet you, baby."
Oh, nice.
So there you go. Arianny Celeste having a baby. I don't want to think of her like that.
Much sadness
around
the world.
Across to the fappening group that's out there.
Some guys it might add to it.
So maybe.
They get a glow about them,
Get a glow, yeah. This is a little weird one here. I mean, I guess it's not really that weird, but Israel Adesanya and Paulo Costa have been touted to actually have a bout, which we've been talking about for quite some time. They are now also going to be the next Ultimate Fighter coaches. Yay!
Is it official?
I don't know.
Official? Or is it just something that Joe Rogan leaked?
According to Joe Rogan, that's what he's saying. Now, Adesanya's head coach says that he has not been given anything. So Adesanya's head coach, does not know anything about that. He said, Joe Rogan is more in the know than I am because I don't know anything.
Right.
No one has ever proposed that to me. I've never had any documentation or anything that's been sent. Maybe just Joe Rogan knows more than me. So you can take it how you want because Joe Rogan's source of information, is either good or not good.
Right. We will see what we see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, and when's it supposed to take place? Like 2021?
I guess. Paulo Costa has said that the deal's not done yet, but the idea has been out there and they're in negotiations.
Right.
So I don't know. I thought we were done with the Ultimate Fighter. Like, do we still need the Ultimate Fighter? We still need the Ultimate. I thought we had the Contender Series, right, where guys come out and actually fight, and then they do well, they get a contract, and otherwise they just move on. Do we need a whole reality show again about a bunch of guys in a house? Like,
there's a lot of things out there. There's a lot of things out there that we don't need that are still around. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Like those little tiny pockets on pants. Like, do you need those little pockets? Because you can't really put much in those.
I use it.
What do you use it for? Your change? You put your change in there. Are you the change guy?
No, that's where I put the clicker to my car.
Your chapstick.
And then
put your chapstick in there.
I don't even use chapstick.
What about girls' pants who don't even have real pockets? They just have the line. What the fuck's the line for? I don't understand.
Oh, bro. I went to this is
girls get so upset too.
Two decades ago, I finally went to what do they call those? An outlet, a Levi outlet, and I bought pants. Right, $5 pair of pants. You know why they were $5? All the pockets. No, they were there, but all the pockets were sewn closed.
Yeah, what's the point?
I don't know.
The point of fake pockets. I want to look like I have pockets, but none of the functionality. I
do remember the girls' jeans that had no pockets. The cowgirl pants. You know,
makes sense.
What are they called? Rocky Mountains or whatever.
Don't make sense.
Those are awesome.
Moving on from there, we have let's see. I keep trying. I got to get her name because I want to make sure I get this correct. There was a Bellator fighter, Anastasia Yankova. This happened right at the end of last week. This story came out, and we had already finished up the show, and I was like, that's what should have been on the show. Anastasia Yankova had her photo after her fight at Bellator 161. She had beat Verta Ortega. Okay, this happened in 2016. She beat a fighter in 2016 at Bellator 161. She didn't have, so she's beat up, and she even says like, "This is MMA." That's like her caption on her Instagram.
Right. So you want to be a fighter?
Yeah. Had her photo stolen and reused by a post coming out of Australia, claiming to be, "I was at a Black Lives Matter protest and beaten and raped by 3 people of color." So her photo from just like a fake account was stolen and used for purposes that are nefarious.
Well, I mean, we've got I see stories every day of very prominent actors whose pictures are stolen and posted on things like dick pills and psoriasis medication.
My favorite is the one where they're wearing a shirt, and you could totally tell that it's just like a black shirt.
Somebody put something over it.
And they just wrote, and they're like, "Look at this shirt that I'm selling."
Right.
Just make sure you do your research, folks. Make sure you do your research.
Yeah.
And then let's get into UFC on ESPN. We got a couple stories coming out of the event that happened last weekend. That was UFC on ESPN 12, UFC Vegas 4, UFC Apex 7, UFC Poirier versus Hooker. Let's just go that. I like that. Since we're no longer naming them cool shit like Knockouts or what else is around this room here? Strike Force or The Killers or Decision Fest 2016. I don't know. Since we're no longer naming events with cool stuff and we're just using name, let's just go Poirier versus Hooker. And starting off that card, you had Yosef Zalal get the win over Jordan Griffin. You had Kay Hansen getting the win over Jen Ufre with an armbar, getting major props from Ronda Rousey on her armbar. Also, like how much money this guy make? He
made 20 grand off a $32,000 bet.
Negative 185 fan favorite. Okay, he put $37,000 on her.
Yeah.
And got a $20,000 profit.
Nice.
So let's see. And then it says, leaving commenters point out that the bettor must have been swinging bullets. Hansen turned things around too. Boom. Yeah. He wins basically 50 grand. He also got to meet her.
No, 20 grand. He gets his 30,000 back and then 20 grand on top of it.
She got 50 grand.
Okay. Sorry,
I misspoke. Yeah. She got 50. He also got 50 grand because he got $30,000 back. But she got 50 grand as for fight of the night, or I think performance of the night. Performance of the night. She got
either way.
So she got to meet this guy and out in the lobby or whatever. Very, very cool. And she also had to address some controversy because people found a photo of her wearing a shirt that says, "I love the way Candace Owens thinks." And she said, "Look, I'm not going to tell my whole story right now. I will just say when that picture was taken, I was very young and my life was very toxic. My views and opinions evolve. Please take this into account before you just jump on a hate train.
Before you cancel me like Barstool."
Yeah, cancel culture is real, my friend. Cancel culture is real. I'm surprised we haven't got canceled. It's probably because nobody watches us, according to a couple other people. So Moving on from there, Tanner Boser gets the win over Philip Lins with a knockout in round 1. And Kama Worthy gets the win over Luis Pena with a guillotine choke in round 3. Moving on from there, you got your main card. This is all on ESPN. Julian Irosa gets the win over Sean Woodson with the Darce choke. Takashi Sato gets the win over Jason Witt, who took the fight on short notice. Brendan Allen gets the win over Kyle Dukaus. Mo Green. What is he now? Because he's not the Pirate. He doesn't want to be called the Pirate. He's like
the crochet boss. He's
crochet the crochet boss. Yeah, he doesn't like this old nickname. Mo Green gets the win over Gian Falante.
From the bottom. From the bottom.
With an arm triangle choke, very much like Jeremy Horn back in the day. I don't know if you guys are old school UFC fans. Jeremy Horn got the win over Chuck Liddell with a submission from the bottom like that. Very cool. And then you had Mike Perry gets the win over Mickey Gall in a unanimous decision, 29-28 across the board. Then
Mickey Gall has no gas tank, bro.
He said, you know what? It was a good fight. I think I did a good job. It was a good fight. I think I did a good job. I have no excuses.
What'd you think of Perry's corner?
You mean his girlfriend?
Yeah.
She was good looking.
Yeah. It's pretty weird to want to, stare at a corner person's butt.
She, put ice on him and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I've checked out Kavanaugh a couple times, but it's nothing like.
She told him that he needed to put his hand up every now and then.
Quit getting punched in the face. That's bullshit.
That's bullshit, dude. Don't take those kicks. You're not supposed to take kicks, bro. Just
quit taking kicks, bro.
That's bullshit. This is the best corner advice I can give you. And then he went on some tirade against the IRS, and I feel bad for that guy because
he just wouldn't just say tirade because it's just like words were just coming out of his mouth. I mean.
Yeah, but I'm saying, that guy hasn't wrestled in a long time. I don't know why Mike Rotunda had to be brought into this. Oh, not that IRS? Okay, yeah. Anyway, he was going on and on about his taxes and how you can't give him money because I like to spend it. That's my money. Don't give me money if you want me to spend it. Makes no sense. I'm trying to wild out and have Mai Tais on the beach, and I'm pretty sure my taxes, I might have paid more than I was supposed to, but I don't know. They keep taking too much, taking all that he's working for. I mean, he's just going on and on and on. It was pretty interesting. And then you had your main event, Dustin Poirier against Dan Hooker. Dustin Poirier walking away with a unanimous decision, 48-47, 48-47, 48-46. That one kind of took me a little bit, but 48-46, 48-47, yeah. I thought Dan Hooker did a really, really good job, really showed his skill and possibly won the fight. But I can definitely see the argument for the win to go Dustin Poirier's way. You don't agree? You think Dan Hooker walked away with it?
I was watching along with MMA on the Rocks.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you've ever checked them out. Yep. And we were bouncing back and forth, and we were all pretty much in agreement. It's hard. It's the I believe it's the fourth. The fourth is the one that's hard to call.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth round. I mean. I myself give it to Hooker, so I give him 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
I
mean, you definitely gave 1 and 5 to Poirier.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So 4 is that questionable, like you said. 1, you're going Poirier. 2 and 3, you're going Hooker. 4 is questionable. 5 is Poirier.
Right.
All right. Yeah. I know there is quite a bit of interesting actions going on Twitter. I think a lot of people. I mean, obviously, this is one of the fight of the nights. One of the fight of the year, possibly. I mean, this fight was so back and forth. I thought it was a great fight. It's good to see. We do not have any fights going on this weekend because it is the 4th of July. And if you are here in California, you're supposed to be lighting fireworks off in your house because you're not allowed to go outside and gather with people. And if you do go outside and gather people, you're supposed to be wearing a mask so that none of the fireworks get in your face, apparently. But if you just launch them
right here, look at this. See, Giuliani scored it for Dan.
If you just launch fireworks in your house, though, you don't have to worry about anything. That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm going to do them.
Yeah.
I'm going to do mine in my pool. I'm going to do them in my pool.
Go. That's pretty cool looking, man. I've seen that happen before. Yeah. Fight Island UFC 251 with the 3 title fights will not happen until next week. We will be back next week because we definitely got to talk about everything going on with that card.
Okay, can you name 3 fighters that I think it's 4th of July weekend, 3 fighters that might make the news this weekend?
Cowboy Cerrone.
Okay.
to go him because he's always going buck wild on 4th of July. Do we have a fighter before UFC 251? Let me look at the list real quick. No.
I'm saying Conor McGregor, John Jones.
John Jones could be in the news, yeah, for sure.
and then my third one.
I think Cowboy. Cowboy's always going wild.
Cowboy?
Fourth. Yeah,
okay.
Something. But then you also got, I don't know, we didn't bring this up because I forgot about it until just now when I was looking over the list of things. There was a photo that was recently released. You can check that out on My MMA News. I believe they have it on their Facebook. It's possibly on their Instagram, where apparently Ruffles, or maybe Ruffles should, sponsor Paige Van Zandt because they gave her a phone made out of potato chips, and she took a really like low-res quality photo of her naked on the countertop where her naked parts were covered with a potato chip. But I swear this photo was taken by a potato chip because that is a horrible resed photo.
Right. But her and her man been taking naked photos since quarantine. They've been all over the place.
They keep saying they make more money taking these photos than they do actually fighting in MMA. I mean, for him, I understand because he didn't really go that far. But her, I thought she did pretty good, you know?
Right.
Anyway,
well,
that is your week of fights. That is your week of news. If we missed anything, make sure you hit it down in the comments over here if you're on YouTube, or over here. Which way is it? This way?
Wherever you're watching it, whatever way you're watching it.
Or if you're just
listening to it.
Yeah. Write down your comments on a Post-it and send it to us. You can always find us on the internet here. We are on Facebook, Instagram. You know, drop us a comment. Say what you have to feel. And then we have, as always, brought to you by mymmanews.com. We do this once a week when we can. They do this every single day. They don't take breaks. They don't even, they don't stop. They just keep going. So you got mymmanews.com. And then, as always, healthlabs.com. Healthlabs.com. That's it. That's your week for the show.
All right. Yep. See you later.
You guys have a good night. We'll see you at the fights.
Happy 4th of July weekend, y'all.
Happy 4th of July.
All by yourself.
Blow yourselves up.